In a series where consistency is key, it's only fitting that one of the last 3 events of the 2019 Algolympics has consistency as its mainstay of competition. This is Professor CC19, and welcome to Event 12 of the 2019 Summer Marble Algolympics, Elimination Basketball. And unlike last year, where event number 12 would have been the final event, there are 14 events in the 2019 games, which means after this we still have 2 more to go, 13, which is team pursuit, and event number 14, which is a brand new one. It's going to be the grand finale, but I'm still not going to release what event 14 is yet. But in the meantime, let's turn our attention back to this event and find out who is competing. 1 marble per team, and all 16 teams are running the course at the same time. If you'll recall the rules for Elimination Basketball from last year, they haven't changed. All 16 marbles will run, the top 12 will advance through to the next round, and the bottom 4 will be out. Fortunately, like I said before, this year we do not have a time limit on the video, so we will not have to cut any footage like we did last year. The second round we have 12 running, the top 8 move on, the bottom 4 are out. Third round we have 8 running, the top 4 go to the final, and the bottom 4 are out. And in the final round, the first to finish will receive gold, second silver, third bronze, and the one still running last will receive 4th place. Anyway, these are the competitors in event number 12. We have E, third in the lineup for Team Neon. Not many teams have gone with their third in the lineup. I believe only Team Neon and Fireballs have in this event. We have Bleak, the new member of the Black Knights. If you'll recall, Shadow, their second in the lineup, was injured a few events ago in BMX cycling and then re-injured himself on the trampolines in the classic race. Bleak is the Black Knights alternate who has stepped in to compete here. We'll see him in this event and also with the team in Team Pursuit. We have team captains On Target and Midnight for O-Raiders and Mystic Twisters, Back Marble Warrior of Crimson Crusaders, second in the lineup, Prince and Sketch for Azure Royals and Grayscales, third in the lineup, Ignite for the Fireballs, team captain Prank for Jack's Jokers, Back Marbles, Wisteria and Mint Chip for Ultraviolets and Mintergreens, second in the lineup, Fellow for the Yellow Fellas, Side Stream, Back Marble of the Strawberry Streamers, second in the lineup, Chill of the Icers, Back Marble, Glare of the Gold Globes, and the fourth and final team captain running, T-Red of Team Transparent. Now that we know who's competing, we can actually get into this event. Now, if you've not seen the course from last year, it's a fairly small course. 1 bowl, down a ramp, and into the main chamber. This yellow teleporter right here is the basket, or the finish line, which will transport the marbles to the finished catch. The 2 posts surrounding it make it a little bit more difficult. The trampoline at the bottom keeps the marbles airborne at all times, and the spinners will either knock them towards the goal or away from it. Either way, we have all 16 marbles in the starting gates ready to get things underway in event number 12. And round 1 is going to begin in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, all 16 teams beginning the course. It should not take them long to reach the main chamber and begin the chaos in fighting for the 12 open spots in round 2. Now, the gold medalists in this event last year were Team Moonglow. And Team Moonglow, of course, did not qualify for the 2019 games. But we do have the silver and bronze medalists from this event last year, Fireballs and Icers. Of course, those are the rivals, the intense rivals. In contrast, I've noticed almost a friendship between Fireballs and Grayscales in the past few events. But we already have our first team advancing through to the next round, and it is Icers. Icers very quick, just like they were in the final last year to get silver. And we also have Strawberry Streamers right behind them. And now Ultraviolets are through. Already we have 3 teams advancing through into round 2. Yellow Fellas getting some interesting airtime, not quite enough to make it up to that teleporter. However, getting a second chance, but bouncing off towards the right. You can see all the chaos going on right here. Hard to focus on any single feature because all of them are moving so fast and colliding with one another. Team Neon right now is closest. Now here comes Azure Royals and Team Transparent. 2 teams that both missed out at advancing out of round 1 last year. But still no one else able to make it through. And now the Grayscales are occupying that 4th spot. So we have 4 teams through already. Mintergreens get very close, but Mintergreens can't quite nab that 5th spot. See who else can. We have Fireballs through. We have Team Neon through. I might have to analyze the footage there to see what happened. You can look back if you want to at Fireballs. I missed that. I had seen Team Neon, though. And now Yellowfellas are through. I believe we only have 5 or maybe 6 more spots remaining. Yeah, it looks like 5 more spots in the next round are left. Here goes Gold Globes, and they are through. Mystic Twisters got shot back up the ramp, and they have to get back onto this course. Team Transparent within a couple inches, probably even less than that in the scale of things here. Not entirely sure what it means because it is metric in Algodo. Either way, Team Transparent very close but no cigar. But Black Knights with Bleak, their alternate marble who's now competing, they are able to advance, and Team Transparent also. Alright, so that leaves only 2 spots left. We have Minter Greens, Jack's Jokers, O-Raiders, Azure Royals, Mystic Twisters, and Crimson Crusaders. Only 2 of them can advance through to the next round. O-Raiders coming in hard. Can they get the height? Yes, they can. O-Raiders are in the next round. Jack's Jokers, they get an off bounce. Minter Greens very close, but no cigar for them again. Crimson Crusaders also just missing. All these teams very close, but no one can get it. And Mystic Twisters, oh my goodness there. Mystic Twisters, I think, just got that over Crimson Crusaders. Now, I have to look at the footage again because that was incredibly close. I think Mystic Twisters just beat out Crimson Crusaders, but then Jack's Jokers hopped over them in the finish catch. So, once again, I'm going to have to look at the footage. Minter Green, sadly, sitting in last place in the overall standings. They're coming in last in this event because they are the last team still on this course. And that means that they will have no chance of winning the Algolympics now. But also a surprise, Azure Royals finishing in 15th. They have not done that since event number 6 of last year. But that is only going to net Azure Royals 1 point. Sitting in second, it's absolutely not going to help them. Our championship leaders, O-Raiders, are through to the next round. But I'm going to take a look back through the footage because at this point, Crimson Crusaders finished 1 spot better than Jack's Jokers. If the footage I saw the first time is accurate, I'm going to look back, make sure that's true, but at this moment, Crimson Crusaders is getting 3 points, Jack's Jokers 2. They are out along with Minter Greens and Azure Royals. Mystic Twisters got that last spot to advance. So I'm going to take a look at that and meet you back here with 12 marbles for round 2. Alright, so I did take a look at the footage, and Crimson Crusaders finished behind Mystic Twisters. They actually kind of nudged them into the finish line, then finished themselves, just missing out. But yes, Crimson Crusaders gets 3 points, Jack's Jokers 2. They're happy that they're not in last place. Azure Royals 1, and Minter Greens 0. We also had a moment with Fireballs. They actually bounced hard enough to make it through the barrier on the right side of the teleporter, and that is perfectly legal. It's something amazing that they were able to do. They got to the finish line. And that means we have 12 marbles left, and we're ready to get things underway in round 2. In 3, 2, 1, go. Now, the great thing about an event which is centered around consistency is that every team now has an equal chance of advancing. So icers who finish in first have to be consistent. They can't win the event just because of one good performance. And in the same way, Mystic Twisters who just barely advanced, they're not going to finish poorly just because of that performance. They still have an equal chance as anybody else of advancing through to the final in this round. But one team that is crushing it so far is Ultraviolets. They are through. Icers and Team Neon very close. I'm going to try and zoom in a little bit here, getting in on the action. But yes, Ultraviolets, they finished 3rd in round 1, and they are 1st in round 2. They're into the final 8. We'll see who else can get it. Fireball's not able to do the same thing, not a hard enough of a hit. But they are towards the right section of the leaderboard, they're at the right section of the course. And Icers also doing very well in this event. They are the 2nd team through. We have Grayscales. They are very close. They performed well in this event last year. We'll see if they can advance through to the final 8. Getting some good height, and a nudge from Black Knights puts Grayscales through and Team Neon joining them. But that was actually help from the Black Knights. Grayscales would not have had enough height without that. So Bleak being a good sport, question is, can he still advance? T-Red of Team Transparent is through to the next round. At this moment, we only have 3 spots left. Raiders on the right side of the board getting nudged by that spinner. Not quite getting the angle right, though. Getting close several times. Gold Globes trying to get up there. Strawberry Streamers coming in hard, rebounding off the wall, not quite enough. And here comes Black Knights again. Not enough height. I honestly hope that Black Knights can advance. They help their fellow competitor. I hope they can make it through to the next round themselves. At this point, it's actually looking kind of likely. They were close again, but also another near miss. Gold Globes also missing just off to the right side. Now Gold Globes going up again, also missing on the right side. Gold Globes can't get the hit right. And still 3 spots left. No one filling those spots. But now we have someone, and it is Black Knights advancing through to the next round. Mystic Twisters going with them. So that's the thing. Consistency is key. Mystic Twisters staying alive. And now we have only 1 spot left. Strawberry Streamers, Raiders, Gold Globes, and Yellow Fellas. Who can fill that final spot? Raiders getting close, but no cigar for them. And yes, I know I've used that expression a lot. But Gold Globes is the team that's advancing. So 8th place, that 8th spot is filled, and Gold Globes is into the next round. So everyone through to the next round is in the top half of performers in this event. Now we just have to wait and see who can fill these spots 9th through 12th. That determines the number of points they get. We have Fireballs, Raiders, Strawberry Streamers, and Yellow Fellas. Yellow Fellas not able to advance all the way to the final like last year. Strawberry Streamers doing decently well, getting 7 points. Raiders, they're looking to finish in 10th now. That's the best they can do. That's exactly where they finished last year. And after the amazing performance of Fireballs to make it through the barrier, they have not had the same success, and they are either 11th or 12th, the Raiders finishing in 10th. Still waiting on these last 2, Fireballs and Yellow Fellas. This is almost deja vu for them because they fought for 3rd and 4th in last year's games. That's when Fireballs beat Yellow Fellas. Yellow Fellas trying to turn the tides today, even though it is lower on the leaderboard. These last battles usually take the longest. I've noticed from last year, and it seems to be staying the same. We'll see who can get closest, and then who can actually make it in. Fireballs on the left side, but then getting shot back towards the right. No one's successful in making it, but look at Yellow Fellas. That's a weird bounce, but it worked, and Yellow Fellas are through in 11th. That means Fireballs, they are only going to get 4 points, which is not going to help them. Since our championship leaders, Raiders, are out also, that means the only team in the top 4 that's through to the semifinal, the round of 8, is Team Neon. So this is the perfect opportunity for Team Neon to take the lead in the overall standings. We have our top 8, and we're going to get to the next round, round number 3.
All right, our field is now down to 8. Team Transparent, Grayscales, Black Knights, Mystic Twisters, Ultraviolets, Icers, Team Neon, and Gold Globes. Only 4 of these teams will advance through to the final round to compete for the 3 medal positions and 4th place. But right now, we need to get things underway in round 3. It's going to begin in 3, 2, 1, go. Now, so far, the most impressive teams have been Ultraviolets and Icers, who are the gold and silver medalists in our last event, Hurdles. But we also have some surprises here. Black Knights, Team Transparent, and Team Neon were all out in the first round in 2018. All of them are doing very well through into the top half in 2019. And the 2 rookie teams also, Mystic Twisters and Gold Globes, riding on the edge pretty much this entire event so far. We'll see if either of them can advance through to the final. Already we see a close miss for Team Neon, or a near miss if you want to call it. They're off to the correct side, off to the left, but not quite able to land it in that basket. Icers, they have 2 golds so far this year and a silver in this event last year, looking to add to their collection of medals. Even though they're down there in the overall standings, Icers have been very good at earning gold medals this year, almost in the same way as they earned silver last year, and Icers is caught! Glitched out of the course, Icers is going to be out! This is the same thing that happened to Jack's Jokers last year, caught in the course, and that is bad fortune for the Icers. And it looks like we already have some spots filled. The 2 rookie teams are both in the final. And someone else is already through also. Who is it? Team Transparent, Gold Globes, and Mystic Twisters are 3 of your 4 finalists, while Icers is stuck. That means Icers is going to finish in 8th place. After a brilliant start, they catch a bad break. It's not going to happen anymore. No more medals, at least at this point, for the Icers. Now, if another team can dislodge them, that actually is a possibility. But at this point, we're looking for one more finalist. Grayscales, Black Knights, Ultraviolets, and Neon fighting for that final spot in the final round. Icers hoping for anything that can come their way to maybe get them unstuck. Off towards that side, Grayscales just going to beat out Ultraviolets. Grayscales are your final finalist. Yeah, it's kind of a tongue twister. And as you can tell there, Ultraviolets did bounce over Grayscales in the final stretch. So I'm going to lift them up and over. Grayscales finish the course first, and they are through to the final. But in the meantime, Icers still hoping for something to knock them free of that position there. That obstacle right on the side, it's designed to help the competitors get closer to the goal. It's designed to help them get closer to the basket, but it is a problem that Jack's Jokers faced last year. It is a place where the team can get wedged in. That's exactly what happened. Black Knights and Neon fighting for, this would be 6th and 7th. Since Ultraviolets is out, they are going to finish in 5th. Grayscales are the 4th and final team going through to the final round. So Ultraviolets getting 11 points. We have 2 rookie teams, Mystic Twisters and Gold Globes, both of them advancing through to the last round, even though having some problems in the first 2 rounds, just barely advancing. They are having enough luck to advance through to the final and be guaranteed at least 12 points. In the meantime, Team Neon is going to finish in 6th place. They're going to get 10 points. I'm not sure if that's going to be enough to take the lead away from O-Raiders, because O-Raiders did get 6, so Team Neon is going to gain 4. And based on what happens in the final, it could be one of our finalists, one of the rookie teams, taking over the top spot in the overall standings. Of course, Grayscale, sitting in 5th place, is also in there. 2 bronze so far this year. I'm just waiting right now for Black Knights to finish, just to make sure that they do not get stuck also, or dislodge Icers. Well, it looks like Black Knights recovering nicely with Bleak, finished last in this event in 2018. They're going to get, it appears, 7th, and 9 points here. And something I haven't really talked about is the fact that since we're getting to the final few events, we're going to start to eliminate some teams from contention. The leaders have to maintain their position at the top, but the teams falling further and further behind have to at least stay in contention. So with only 2 events left after this one, any team that is more than 50 points behind the leaders will be eliminated from contention. Now, I do not want this to drag on for a... Oh no, Icers is out! Icers is freed! I have no idea how that happened, just as I was about to go to the finish, but it's not going to matter. Icers, this is crazy. What a turn of events. Somehow, Icers getting unstuck. I'm glad I'm keeping this recording because I was about to say Black Knights finishing. They are going to get 7th place, but what a turn of events. I know, a bit unorthodox for these recordings in the Algolympics. Icers still going to get 8th, but they will have a chance to finish, and everything is frozen. Point is, we have 4 finalists. Gold Globes, Mystic Twisters, Grayscales, and Team Transparent. We're going to advance through to the final with our top 4 right now. Okay, everything has been cleared up from a moment ago. There is nothing frozen, and we can get on to our final. T-Red of Team Transparent, Sketch of the Grayscales, Midnight of the Mystic Twisters, and Glare of the Gold Globes. Who will win gold in Elimination Basketball? It's time to find out. The finals begin in 3, 2, 1, go. Now, I want to give credit where credit is due. Grayscales, Mystic Twisters, and Gold Globes all did advance out of an incredibly high-pressure situation, filling the final spot in each corresponding round. And I do not want to credit that only to luck. Of course, there is some luck involved, but that is their skill and consistency to make it to this point. All right, we're now turning our attention to the 4 marbles competing here in the final. T-Red of Team Transparent is the other finalist. first to advance out of the third round. Mystic Twister's getting high air, but not in the right section. But now, Sketch of the Grayscales getting very close on the left side. A little bit too far left. And another one, very close for Sketch, very close for Midnight. Team Transparent, but it's not going to be enough. Sketch of the Grayscales beats out T-Red of Team Transparent by less than a second. If they would have waited any longer, it would have been T-Red's gold for the taking. But yes, Sketch of the Grayscales are claiming their first gold medal of 2019. Team Transparent getting their first medal since event number 3 with a silver, but that is a very painful silver, knowing that they came that close to the gold medal in this event. But still, a good points haul, 20 points, and they're glad to get the silver. Mystic Twisters also glad to get their second medal this year. They have come through with the bronze with Midnight. Didn't really see much at all from Glare of the Gold Globes and all the chaos and action here in the final. We'll see if he can finish. I don't want this video to go on excessively long. Gold Globes and Glare going all over the place, high velocity, but they are able to finish. Alright, so we have our final results. Grayscales on the podium 2 events in a row. Last event, hurdles, it was bronze, but now stepping up 2 spots to the top spot in the podium. Congratulations to them. I'm not sure, but that actually gives them a decent shot at taking the lead in the overall standings. We'll have to analyze what the other teams have done. But that actually might put Grayscales into first place. Team Transparent, I don't think it's going to be enough with the silver. Mystic Twisters is going to help them with the bronze. Gold Globes, their second podium miss of the year. Either way, it's time to turn our attention to the event standings and overall standings after number 12. Alright, here are your final standings for Elimination Basketball. Like I just said, Grayscales, Team Transparent, and Mystic Twisters are your podium finishers. Congratulations to them. And Gold Globes get 4th place and 12 points. Of the other teams, Ultraviolets get 11, Team Neon 10, Black Knights 9, and Icers 8. They round out our top half. Then Strawberry Streamers, Orators, Yellowfellas, and Fireballs, of those that made it to round 2 but no further. And of those that got eliminated in the first round, Crimson Crusaders get 3 points, Jack's Jokers 2, Azure Royals shockingly only getting 1. That is not helping their position in the overall standings at all, especially with a lot of other teams. Such a close battle for the top spot. And Mintergreens, they haven't finished in last place in any individual event so far this year until now. So this is only going to compound the hurt for Mintergreens, being in last place in the overall standings for most of the year since event number 3, and now getting a last place finish in an individual event. They're staying stationary, and they have no chance of winning the 2019 Algolympics. In fact, we have our first 2 teams eliminated from contention. We're going to get to the overall standings right now. And here is the overall standings leaderboard, and as you can see down at the bottom, there are 2 teams that cannot win the 2019 Algolympics. Jack's Jokers with 76 points, and Mintergreens still in last with 54. All the other 14 teams do have a mathematical chance of winning. And Grayscales becomes the first team to win the exact same medals as they did last year in 12 events. So that is something interesting for Grayscales. Also, they're taking the lead in the overall standings, 6 points clear of Raiders, 129 to 123. Team Neon at 116, and then we have a very close battle behind them. Ultraviolets and Azure Royals tied at 114, Gold Globes and Team Transparent tied at 113, and then Fireballs rounding out our top half at 111. Then Mystic Twisters up 1 spot to 108, Black Knights down 1 spot, even with the top half performance at 104, Crimson Crusaders and Strawberry Streamers also breaking 100 in this event. Icers and Yellowfellas are the only 2 teams below 100 points that have a chance of still winning. Icers with their 2 golds, 92 points, and Yellowfellas with 85. Now, as you can see, if you look down the medallions counter, you can see the wide range of teams that have won gold medals this year. Not necessarily an even range of the number of medals they've won, but specifically gold. Every team in the top 10 has at least 1 gold medal to their name, and also Icers down at 13th has 2. So that just shows you all these teams have their strengths and their weaknesses. We have 2 events left to go. That is it for Elimination Basketball. If you enjoyed this event and you'd like to see the rest of the Algolympics, please subscribe. Also, leave a comment below telling me what you think of this event, some of the crazy things that happened in it with the commentary and with the racing. And don't forget to stay tuned for the next event, which is Team Pursuit. It is the last team-based event in the Algolympics before our grand finale, which I finally am excited to reveal, is going to be the brand new Giant Maze. Event number 14, the grand final, is the Giant Maze. It's a brand new event. You'll have to wait and see. In the meantime, this has been Professor CC19. Thank you so much for watching.